Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars. Week 2, day 4, final day of the week. Also final day to go finish up PvP. Of course, we have the new PvP season starting tomorrow. We have like, what, 5 hours to finish it? Where even is it? PvP season, yeah, we got 7 hours left. So whatever you want to do to go finish it out or go claim or anything here. Yeah, it is the final 7 hours to go and do so, and then we'll be in the next PvP season starting next week. Beyond that, game plan for today, of course, we got Guild Wars. We as a guild have yet to lose, as well as ourselves have yet to lose. However, it does look like the guild is finally losing today. As unless this is all of them doing their battles, and we still haven't done all of their battles, there's pretty much no way we win today. Though, maybe we will. We'll never know. It's hard to tell how many people have actually done their battles or not. I guess you could kind of tell based on the first battle, couldn't you? Wait, we could kind of check. Let me see. That's not where you check. 21 people. And I think we had 26, so that means 5 more people. Yeah, that means we're probably not making it. It is if every single one of our 5 remaining people wins every battle. Because then we're going to have at least 2 more sets of 1,000. Which means in total that should be 2,000 plus each person doing about 1,300. That's what? 5 more people. 5 times that is 8,000 plus the 2,000. That means we get 10,000 more. I highly doubt we're going to get a perfect score from all that, though. But technically, we could have 35,000 right now. Roughly, give or take a little. But I'm not sure if everyone's going to win their battles or not. Or if we even will. But anyways, let's go over all the weekly spoilers. It's something we haven't done in a while. Not too much to really mention for this week. It's a pretty tame week. It's the last one we have a calendar for. We should be next week's weekend getting a new calendar. We have a faction expansion happening on that Friday. Other than that, it's pretty much just a standard McGrim's Wood event. Nothing really special happening throughout the thing. We got a world event at the beginning. But yeah, pretty standard, just event week. Nothing really too big going on. Though we did just have a pretty active week this week between Guild Wars, the update on Monday. Everything like that. The 8.5 update, of course, we had this week. So, yeah, it's a pretty tame week next week since it was a pretty big one this week. Beyond that, as far as the world event is concerned, just don't take the Ancient Horror. It's the lowest rarity one. Really straightforward. Just don't take the lowest rarity blue Ancient Horror and you should be good to go. Just take all the higher rarity ones and it's all you need to do. Beyond that, there are some things that there isn't a post for. Oh gosh, it's blinding. Ah! Gosh, this thing's a dark mode. Is there not a dark mode for this? But anyways, unfortunately, there's not a weekly post on this, so this is the only way we can go over it currently. But we have our 2 new immortals. So as far as the 2 new immortals, we also have this mythic, but that's not relevant because it costs way too many resources. But these 2 immortals will be available immediately starting tomorrow. Of course, if you just dump a bunch of burning marks, you would get them pretty much instantly. Though I say that, I still haven't gotten the one from this season, the one that's not in drop table, or, you know, the one that's not as common. I'm not sure which one of these 2 is going to be the more common one. Hopefully the one from Dragon's Claw, but then I say that, I haven't even seen what they are. Though Groshnocks are notoriously for having bad mythics from the kingdom. Let's see what these 2 do. So Groshnock, the place notorious for having the worst mythics ever. What do you have? So the Immortal here deals magic plus 2 true damage to 4 random enemies. Honestly, not bad. Boosted by enrage allies and enemies. That's pretty average. And if used in Broken Lands, deals double damage. Okay, this isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. What's his final perk? 50% chance, wrong one. Enrage, create an enrage gem, which I believe is red, when my turn begins. Okay. Yeah, he's not awful. Honestly, he's probably the best mythic in the kingdom. That's such a low bar. But yeah, he's pretty much an average immortal. Not like the best one out there, but far from the worst. But yeah, he's fine. He's perfectly fine. Pretty much the best mythic in Groshnock now. Even without the extra damage bonus for being in Broken Lands. Alright, so the one for Dragon's Claw, this is the one I assume is not the primary one, but I don't know, we'll find out tomorrow. But it deals magic plus 2 true damage to all enemies. Okay, already good. If used in South Wild, deals double damage. And then creates 6 yellow gems, or converts 6 yellow gems to 6 green dragon gems. Honestly, pretty solid. He also has a 50% chance to create a green dragon gem when his turn begins. So yeah, not bad. A little bit of score reduction. But, yeah. Basically full AoE true damage that does twice as much if you use it in the corresponding area. But yeah, both of them are pretty decent. With the dragon probably being a little bit better. But I assume that's not the one that's the featured one. But yeah, overall, 2 pretty good ones. And that's the 2 immortals that we're going to be getting tomorrow. Or, you know, that will be starting tomorrow. And keep in mind, while you can't save your totems, or, you know, they only get converted into like 20% points, you can save your burning mark. So if you have 100,000, 10,000, well, not that many, but, you know, however many burning marks you have carry over to the following week. So, yeah, so these 90 we'll carry over to next week. Anyways, let me go move this over so I can go see chat 1 second. Oh yeah, I finally got new internet, by the way, today. Remember earlier when I was saying I was having some issues with the internet provider and I was going to go and contact them? Well, it's ended up doing that. Got all the new equipment. The biggest issue was mostly the box was outdated. So they gave us a new box. They're more modern one. Yeah, it's working a lot better now. Haven't had a single issue with it. Though we'll find out when we drop our connection in like 10 minutes from now. But I have not had a single issue since the change. So that's finally resolved. That took like 3 hours today. That was so annoying. Especially because they forced you to have to use a phone. Like, what if someone doesn't have a phone? Because I didn't have internet during the time. Because my internet was down because, you know, I was switching out the box. So I had no way to, you know, do it with a PC. But you literally need a phone to do it. Like, it's literally through one of the apps you need to go use to go and activate it. Luckily, I have one, obviously. But, yeah, what if you don't? Like, there'd be no way to set it up. Anyways, hello, Nightmare. Hello, Chad. Hello, yeah. Hello, MK Jets. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Draco. Hello, Crisp. Hello, hello, Ron. Hello, who else hello to? Hello, Crisp. Hello, Renaus. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's go get into this Guild War. Also, let's go hand out a code. Now we'll go into the Guild War. First things first, here you guys go. Redeem code. All right, next order of business. Yeah, let's go to this Guild War. It is Guild War time. Let's see if we finally lose today. So far we haven't. Oh, wrong location. Oh, I'm here. Have I donated to the guild yet this week? Oh, so if anyone's still looking to join the guild, we still have a few spots left. Oh, wait. I haven't donated gold. What am I doing? Wait. Oh, no. I can't. Oh, yes, I can. I just have to do it the other way. I can't do the complete. Wait. Let me do 2.5 mil. Yeah, what am I doing? I'm slacking. I haven't donated my weekly gold. I thought that was Isabel for a second. It's like, oh, yeah, that's fine because she's been at the hospital and everything. But it's like, oh, wait, no, that's me. There we go. All right. Anyways, now that we've done that, let's see. What do we get for the rewards? Anything good? Pretty average. Oh, yeah, we do get a... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, we do get a new mythic next Friday. No, we don't. No, we do not. It seems like it. It's a pretty long month. But it's next week's week. Like, not next week, but the week after next week. Anyways. Okay, so let's get into Guild War already. Journey, already been done. Guild, no. Guild War. All right, let's go claim the reward from yesterday. Let's go claim the other reward from yesterday. And let's go get our last 3 wins. Ideally 5. Alright, we're probably going to take the top path because I'm pretty sure that's the hardest path. So I'd rather do the hardest so that everyone else in the guild could do the slightly easier ones, hopefully. But yeah, top path is definitely hardest in green. So we're probably just going to go do a straight top here. Alright, anything we need to change about our team? Well, for this first battle, it's not going to matter at all, so no. So much so, I might as well actually move it like this for the very, very first battle. And then we'll keep adjusting accordingly based on further fights. Also, before we do, we are going to need our extra magic. Might as well do that now just before I forget, though I might need to switch to cleanse later. We'll find out on our next team. I might as well have a little bit extra damage now. I don't think there's anything else we really need to tweak around. Just double checking. Because obviously this is the really free fight. Alright, should we go to go? Does the idols carry over to next season? No. I believe you only get 20% of the points. They used to be 10%, but they buffed them to 20%, but still basically none. I highly advise just using all the idols now and cash in on them now rather than next season. But if you hold on to them, only 20% of them carry over. However, 100% of your burning marks carry over. So any burning marks you have not spent will carry over in full. But any totems that you have, those little idol things, only 20% of their points carry over to the following season. Alright, 1 battle down. We'll take this one because there's way less stun. Just out of curiosity, what is the other team? I'm not going to take it because there's no way I could do top half if I do. Okay, well, I wouldn't want to take that anyways. Essence of Evil, triple Beatrix? Gosh, that's annoying. Well, we're going to do this one. I was going to do it regardless, but we're really going to go do this one. Anything we need to change here? Wait, he's not using a hero class? I'm so confused. He's using a level 1 Dragon Guard. That's Wand of Stars. I am so confused. He didn't set a banner. He didn't say his hero class. It's double Lord of Slaughter with a Agura. His stats are pretty low because he's just a little over 1,000. This should be a pretty free fight. Unless I really mess up and he just Lord of Slaughters us like crazy. But it should be really, really, really free. How does my guild have less wins here? How does my guild have more wins on the Beatrix one than on the very, very free battle? I am confused. It could just be that that's the only good one there and the other two are like really easy on the Beatrix one. But this one's like as free gets. Yet it has like 4 or 5 less wins on it. Alright, one more poke, and Astral Spirit already has it, so we're good to go. Just out of the fun of it. Can I do any kind of extra turn with this? I don't think it matters. I'm just gonna remove, I don't know, give me purple or something. I was hoping for like skull extra turn or something. Doesn't matter. We obviously already won. Alright, there we go. Now where's the real fights at? Okay, so we got the easy fight out of the way. Now this one is, I believe this one's Elemental and this one's Takshaka. So both of these are really annoying. Or wait, or is this one Takshaka? Never mind. Wait, can you actually see from the other menu? Guild's Keep. Yeah, this one's Elemental, this one's Divine, which means yes, this one can be Takshaka. Both Naga and Divine are Takshaka. Because of course Takshaka is Naga and Divine. So you can set a Takshaka team here, you can set a Takshaka team here. And Elemental, of course, the biggest thing to be concerned about here is Flower Dragon. If you see Flower Dragon here and your guild still needs middle path, it's probably best to go take the Elf team and just go down middle path. Because both these fights are going to be the same regardless to go be a really strong Takshaka team. But if you see Flower Dragon here, and your guild still needs battles here after doing this battle, it's probably better just to go down middle. Though even if I see Flower Dragon here, I will be going top just to make sure we get the harder battle done for the guild. But yeah, it seems like that's what a lot of people did. They probably saw Flower Dragon here and then went middle. Let's see, is it Flower Dragon? Okay, no, this is really free. Not sure what his stats are at, but yeah, this team's not that bad. Do a bunch of true damage, or do a bunch of splash. Wait, is that physical splash? Why on earth does it have physical splash with true damage? That's so weird. True damage with double silence. Okay, we're gonna keep the core of the team in the middle then. Okay, his double death mark, he has that. Okay, that's actually kind of sketchy. If he lands his 20% chance double death mark, I don't really have any way around it. So he's kind of going like the true damage chip team. I'm not sure why he's using the Volpire Hunter though. That's the one thing that's kind of confusing here. I guess they gain a bunch of mana automatically per extra turn. Though he could have set Monk Hero class 2 to get even more value from that. He's running Elementalist. Does he have Flash Freeze and Submerge? Let me double check. He does not have Submerge, so that's good. And of course he does have Flash Freeze, because what else would he set? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I don't think we can change anything here. This is fine. Because we mostly just want to make sure our best slings are not in first and last. This deals a bunch of true damage to the first and last enemy and then silences them. It is very, very annoying. It's actually surprisingly strong. Very rare that you bring it out, but it is pretty good when you do bring it out. But it basically just forces you to have to put the core of your team in the middle, which we're already doing, so it's not that big a deal. Can we do any crazy Astral Spirit here? Though I don't think we need to with a Cascade like that. What just happened? That was such a big Cascade, we got a treasure map from it. Okay, well that was not what I was planning for, but sure. I was planning just to take something after that, but gosh, that was so much free value. Oh no, he just got Submerged Gem. Ooh, we do not have a way to play around that. Luckily, he'll drop it the second he casts. But it's not ideal. Because that means he's going to pretty much guarantee get that convert. It shouldn't ultimately matter at all, though. Did he lose his turn yet? At some point, he'll lose his turn. Please lose your turn today. Let me go cast this before it gets silenced. Fortunately, no kill, but we're within kill range. Astral Spirit does not have enough damage here, but we might be able to go and get something working. We are not frozen on purple. But we don't get any value from removing it, though. Oh, wait, I could take blue. Well, I still don't get any value from that either. Yeah, I still go for it. We're not frozen on it. Unfortunately, we got nothing from it. However, what if we deny yellow here? What do we get out of denying yellow? Not enough. Because that goes there, doesn't go there. What about brown? Not enough again. What about blue? Not enough again. What about red? Wait, I think... No. I'm missing one brown to be able to get extra turn. I would need that to be a brown. There's surprisingly no options here. Oh no, is red worth it? No. The problem is we're missing a brown over there. I think just explode and hope we get something good out of it. Oh, nice cleanse. Didn't get enough mana though. So is there anything else we could do here? They could have gotten 1 out of 3 teams at the filled player locations. Yeah, that too. If you only have one person at a location, every single battle will be that one battle. Is there any good Cascade now? I want to believe there is. I do not currently see it, though. Denying green does nothing. Just double checking. Denying red does nothing. Denying blue does nothing. Purple does nothing. Yeah, I think it's just a take red. It seems like a take red angle. Ideally green or yellow to feed him the full, but there's no green or yellow, so we'll just take the red. And that should be a match. There we go. That was a weird fight. But it was a decently easy one. Now here's the Takshaka team. There's like a 95% chance this is a double or triple Takshaka team. Only one! Okay, I guess he only had one Takshaka. Okay. That makes this a little bit easier. He does have Empower Cleanse. This thing is pretty inconsistent because its second option is really bad. So I'm not sure why he set this. It does have Bless Enchant, but we're not really doing any sass effect. I think he set this to try to counter out Elementalist. But joke's on him. We haven't been exploiting Elementalist. I think we only brought out Elementalist one time this entire week so far offensively. But he used this to try to counter out Elementalist. But we're not actually using Elementalist at all pretty much this week. Only brought it out a singular time. Mostly for the Submerge. Yeah, just one Takshaka with a Divine Protector. A little bit scary if he gets that off, as that does create yellow, which of course feeds into Takshaka, and red, which also feeds into Takshaka. So the biggest concern here is his weapon. The other issue is I can't double shot it with Astral Spirit. I would have to triple hit it. And given that it's Elementalist, we're probably going to have to do even more than triple hit. He does not have Submerge. I'm not sure why no one is setting Submerge this week because it's so good. But at least for countering Wardbreaker team. Obviously, there's a lot of teams you can build out of Divinity Fields that doesn't use Wardbreaker. But if you are using Wardbreaker, it's a really good counter to it. I've only seen, I think, one person this whole week try to use it. Alright, we should be fine then. It's only one Takshaka. The second one that Takshaka dies, we pretty much just auto win. But Divine Protector into Takshaka start. Like Mercy going into Takshaka, going into Divine Protector, going into Takshaka. That is scary. As it's basically one or two allies dead if he gets that full combo down. But let's just hope he doesn't get it. Big thing here is probably immediately turn 1. Use Astral Spirit on yellow or purple. Probably purple because we don't use it. But I might also do it on yellow. Depends on the board state. But we should pretty much immediately deny purple on the board. And the main reason for this is we do not want Mercy to give turn 1 value. We can let it have the 1 if we wanted. Let me double check that there's not some kind of really good Cascade here. Green is looking pretty enticing, but both of them are RNG off of Sky. So it's not guaranteed. We also give him a 5 times yellow if we don't end up getting it. Brown does nothing. Yeah, green's definitely looking the most enticing, but it's not guaranteed. I'm not seeing any other color that does anything. I guess we're moving red, but we kind of want to keep red on the board. It's a little risky, but I actually kind of want to take this vertically. He will get a little bit of mana twice over. Oh no, did we deny yellow? This could be a deny yellow or deny purple. Well, definitely deny yellow if we're going to do one or the other. Choice 1 is red to green. Choice 2 is deny yellow. I think deny yellow is safer. Maybe not. Not that much safer. Alright, I'm probably just going to take red here. There's almost no yellows to go explode. But there will be after he does his ability. Okay, he's not doing his ability at all. Oh no, Takshaka's already rolling. I think there's just a cast Wardbreaker angle. Or Frozen on blue. I could go explode, but I'd rather save that for if something's dying. I need damage pressure. Nice, extra turn. Okay, now we can go for this. Let me just double check that there isn't something else laying on the board. Astral Spirit into something. Is there anything we could do with you? Also, we could deny yellow again, but he's probably just taking skulls, so no point in doing it. I think I just explode. Oh, he went for true damage. The AI actually did the right one. He still has not used this Mercy a single time, by the way. I've been trying to counter it this whole battle, but he refuses to use it. I'm sure that's a good thing or a bad thing at this point. Wait, is brown a high enough amount of damage? We get 5 extra damage. I'd be able to hit 80. No! I'm 1 damage short! I can do 80 damage to, Oh, he's gonna get the heal on it, too. Because of Mercy. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I can do 80 damage. I don't have enough to do 81. Oh, and it died. And I just used my resummon up. Alright, that's fine. As long as they do this, it will deny his extra turn there. As long as a purple or yellow doesn't fall here, we should be okay. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. It got undone. That's fine. Oh, no, it's not because he's got an extra turn somewhere else. Alright, Takshaka still didn't get full mana, so we should be okay. We just take red and then we win. I should probably go get a resummon, though. But we should be okay here unless he does something crazy out of nowhere. Alright, let me go grab all that yellow. Let me go Ward Breaker here. One extra turn. We did not get it. Takshaka, don't infinite loop us. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it. He's thinking about it. Alright, let's start getting our team resummoned. And then we'll do it again. And then we go win. Alright, a little bit of a weird, sketchy fight in the middle. Luckily, Takshaka didn't go too crazy on us. Alright, final fight time. What do we have? What do we have here? Essence of Evil. They set the correct weapon. Double yellow, though? I'm kind of confused with that. They're using a double yellow convert into Catharix. I've seen this combo before. This used to actually be a really popular combo with 4 times Divine. For some amount of time, people running Mercy plus Moonrabbit. This is actually really popular at one point. But I've never seen it used to feed Catharix. That's an interesting choice. The weirdest part about this team is Essence of Evil's location. He's trying to get it to full mana by extra turning. So he's using Monk hero class. And one interesting thing with Monk is it's pretty much the tankiest hero class in the game overall, but doesn't have half mana start. However, at least not natural. You can do it off an elf, but you normally don't put on your team that 50% elf guy. But it gains 3 mana every time you take an extra turn. So even though its first cast is slower, every cast after its first cast is quicker than any other hero class in the game, as every extra turn gives it 3. Has Cleanse, has Fairy Fire, has like immunity to everything. Has Barrier on Brown. It's the tankiest hero class in the game. You don't see it as often because normally Elementalist is a little bit overall better value. As of course this doesn't have Submerge, so also he's not running Submerge. But yeah, this is a good way to try to get Essence of Evil up because all he needs is 5 extra turns and it'll automatically have it regardless of what extra turns they are. Which is pretty much what he's banking on. So basically what we have to do is just deny yellow with Astral Spirit and go from there. And we should be okay. Just immediately deny yellow unless we have a really good board state. And hope his Flash Freeze doesn't land on something annoying. And yeah, we'll go from there. Don't think we can change anything. Should be the final team we need. Biggest concern is, of course, Catharix can insta-kill every time it casts. And we don't have a way of directly targeting him in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that's ultimately going to matter, though. But yeah, that's one thing that this week is actually pretty weak against. Divinian Fields is really good at hitting first slot between its skull damage and a lot of the mechanics it has. It is not particularly good at targeting a specific spot. Alright, what are your 2 converts? He has blue to yellow and purple to yellow. I'm scared to take the skull. No! Oh, good, good. Wow, we just got saved so hard. If he did Mercy there, I think we would have insta-lost. Or at least he would have had a full mana Catharix, which would have then gotten a kill. We got so lucky. If he would have done the correct convert, we would be dead right now. Oh, we should be fine now. We do have to lose our turn for this, but it's full mana. And then Mercy does nothing. Okay, I think we're in the clear. If this could just get cleansed, we pretty much auto-win. Can I do yellow into green extra turn? I feel like we can. Or at least red into something. No, because that one gets lowered. Come on, one of you have to do something. I don't think we do. I think this is a Ward Breaker angle. I'll take a skull, that's fine. I could deny yellow and take a skull. Not sure if I want to. I can also do brown. That also gives us a chance to Sky Skull. I think I do that. And then we can just explode next turn. Did not get the Sky Skull, but we did get a lot of value. Alright, I'm gonna let him have this skull unless we miss. Actually, Ward Breaker? Let him go Ward Breaker. Get a Ward Breaker in there. Now we can go for this, and then we can go for Explode. Him getting Barrier is kind of annoying here, though. Though it looks like he hasn't gotten a single extra turn, so that's good. Let's keep it that way. Oh, that's so lucky! We got the double hit on Catharix! Oh, this is so over. Essence of Evil is dead now as well. Now we just Ward Breaker him. Oh, this is so over. Well, GG for Guild War. Oh, never mind. His spell reduction. GG for Guild War. Yeah, no, honestly, it was a pretty easy Palace fight. I see what he was going for there, but it just didn't really work out. It's really weird to use that for Catharix, because your weapon doesn't use yellow. He was banking on getting enough extra turns, but it got 0 extra turns. because you can just deny yellow with Astral Spirit. Yeah, pretty clean Guild War. Pretty average score. And you know what that means? We can go claim our 20 wins. Perfect week once again. We still have yet to lose the new Guild War system. At least individually. We might lose it as a guild today, but which will be the first time we do. But I have yet to lose a single battle under the new Guild War system personally. And because of that, without spending any money, we got Shiny Artima. Because if you get at least 18 out of 20 wins, so as long as you don't lose more than 2 times, yeah, you still get the Shiny Troop even without spending any money. It's only enough to give it 1 lower mana cost, but yeah, we still got it. We still have it max. So now she's a 14 mana cost instead of 15. And the only thing the extra shininess would do is it would bring her another mana cost lower, down to 13 instead of 14. And the other thing is it would give her boost ratio up to 9 instead of 6, which isn't really that good. Like, it's some extra damage. It's 12 to each enemy, 24 total extra damage in best case scenario, aka your whole team is Centaur. But yeah, it's not much. Yeah, we got enough to get her shiny and everything for the perfect wins. But there we go. Shiny without spending any money. And that's probably how we're going to do most Guild War. Is unless the troop is like absurdly good, we're just going to go through Guild War, hope we don't lose more than twice, and if we do, maybe I'll spend the $5. And if we don't, we'll just get the free shiny and not need to worry about it. But that's how we'll probably do most of the Guild Wars then. Alright, there we go. Let's get another code. But yeah, overall, a lot of fun with Guild Wars this week. Nice to see some slightly more challenging battles. Though I do have to say, some of the battles we had, the final battle on yesterday and the pretty much entire day of Friday, the second day, were probably my favorite though. The second day was definitely our best overall Guild War day. And the final battle of yesterday was the hardest one that we've had so far. But yeah, I've been enjoying Guild War. Been liking the new system. Alright, let's go do all the other dailies. We gotta go finish all the dead ends for Underspire. Keep in mind, it's the last like 6.5 hours to go do anything for PvP before the next season, so whatever we want to go do with that, it is the final time to do so. I think the only thing we're really doing with that is, I guess just using our gold booster. I think we have like a 15-minute gold booster, which we'll probably do with our 15-minute soul booster. I mean, XP booster. But beyond that, yeah, we'll just do a little bit for the dailies and stuff. Oh yeah, I also already did the PvP middle daily. I actually finished that off stream. But yeah, we'll still do some battles there. Anyways, let me just go through everything. Dailies, let me go through this. Let me just do one mode at a time so we don't forget something. Oh yeah, I was doing some Explore Team earlier too because I know why I was doing that earlier. There was a 15-minute EXP booster that was going to expire. So I had to do 15 minutes of playing earlier, which is why I already did the PvP thing and a little bit of Dust Devil. I was like, wait, why is this already set? But yeah, it's because there was a 15-minute booster when I was checking Tribute earlier. And it's like, oh no, it's expiring in 1 hour. I should probably go play for 15 minutes. Which is pretty much what happened earlier this morning. Actually, I woke up really early today too. I woke up at like 5 a.m. It's actually crazy how early it was. Like, never wake up that early. I don't know, I just couldn't really sleep. So I got a lot of rest. I just couldn't sleep through the night. Like, when I wake up, I really can't go back. Like, it doesn't matter if I wake up at like 2 a.m. or 6 or 10 or whatever ends up being. Like, when I wake up, I'm up. Will your guild get victory at the end? I'm not sure if we will. Based on how many battles we have, if every single person wins in our guild, we should be fine. The problem is that might not happen. But if every single person in our guild who hasn't done their battles yet wins, we should be fine. There's just no guarantee that they're going to win every battle, though. But yeah, this will be the first Guild War day we ever lose if we don't win. At least as a guild. Personally, we haven't lost yet, but as a guild, it'd be our first loss in the new system. It's going to happen eventually, though. Because we don't even have a full guild at the moment. Something we need to try to do before next Guild War. Because we were doing this Guild War with only 26 people. We have 27 now, but I believe the other person can't partake until next Guild War. So we're basically down a whole person since 27 is basically how it calculates from. It's still more beneficial to have 30 because it keeps the 27 highest scores. But anything less than 27, you're automatically getting point penalized, regardless how well you do. It's actually how we won the very first Guild War ever. Not in this current system, but the previous system. Like the very, very, very first Guild War. Because it's technically Guild War number 120. But the way we won Guild War number 1 is we actually had 30 people instead of 29. Because the other guild that was doing insanely good was actually down a person. It's actually one of the main reasons why we even won the very first guild war. Is because the biggest guild in the game was transferring a person at the time. So they weren't able to partake in guild war due to how the system worked at the time. Because they came in midway through. Alright, was that to do dungeon or to go to underspire? Dungeon, perfect. I was already going to do that as the daily. It's diamond day as well, so don't forget to spend your extra 50 gems as well. It's technically worth doing every day. But it's particularly worth doing on a Sunday. It is absurdly good value. If you were to do it on any day, Sunday is definitely the day. Yeah, there we go. I won't take the other one in case it's an annoying trap. Yeah, the magic system seems really bad so far for Guild War. We've been getting matched a bit better than the first Guild War, I do have to say. But we have yet to be matched, despite being ranked 21. We have yet to be matched with anyone in the top, like, 30 or 40 or even 50, I don't think. Like, every battle we've had has been with smaller guilds, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm gonna go check right now. Let me go check the guild we're up against right now. Because they are doing a lot better. But I'm not even sure if they're top 50. Let's see. They might be. Guild War. Where am I going? I'm going to War. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rebel is what we're looking for. Leaderboard. Yeah, Rebel. Yeah, Rebel. Yeah, Rebel. Yeah, Rebel. Yeah, Rebel. Okay, they're 38th. So this is probably the highest guild we've ever been up against then. Because I don't think any other battle we've done up to this point has been in a top 50 guild. Yeah, this one's ranked 39. And they do have 27 people. So they do have one more person than us. So we're already at a disadvantage there. So yeah, they're probably going to win. It's going to probably hurt our rank a lot. Because they're like 17 lower than us and they're about to beat us. I forget how the ELO system works, but whatever that is going to make us go down. No, we have one every other day. Better for 38th. I think that's the high skill we've been up against in the new format. That's the other one that we were the other day was. I'm not sure. I didn't recognize their name, though. Same as that one. Yeah, there's a lot of dead guilds out there. I do feel like they need to make it easier to do, like, guild merges. I believe you can do that if you, like, contact support and everything. But there's no, like, in-game feature to, like, combine two guilds together. Because that would help fix a lot of, like, the really small guilds. Like, the ones that might have, like, 10-ish people, 15-ish people, stuff like that. Like, combine two guilds that have kind of died out a little bit into just one big mega guild. I believe you can still do that if you contact support, but there's no in-game way of doing it. I guess that could kind of be exploited for leaderboards and stuff, though, which is why they kind of don't want to do that. Like, imagine if two, like, ultra endgame guilds, like, combined together or something. Alright, we did that, already claimed that. Alright, next. We got our all dailies done there, right? Yep, perfect. Alright, next order of business. Underspire, we're saving you for last because you're by far the most time-consuming thing we still have to finish this week. Let me just double check. Campaign's been done since Monday. Journey has been done since Wednesday. Guild Wars we literally just did. PvP is probably the next thing we're doing. Dungeon we already did. Underspire we're saving for last. Is that everything? I think it's everything. And of course Guild, we already did Journey event earlier. Okay, perfect. And of course Guild War. Let's go do PvP then. I already did most of it earlier today. So, yeah, I already did this daily, already did that, already did the middle daily. Is there anything I really need to do here? Wait, I just realized. I'm actually done with PvP, unless I want to go get a little bit more rating, I guess. But we're actually done with all the goals we want to go do. I guess I'll just use the EXP booster thing, or the gold booster here. And go run this on Underspire when we go head over there. Give me the gold, give me the XP. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's do some PvP for like 15 minutes then. How about that? Just so we can get a little bit better value from it. Actually, you know what? Let's do Explore 12. Even better. Let's go do some Explore 12. We haven't done Explore 12 in a while. Good excuse to go do 12 minutes of Explore 12. But let's go do Explore 12 with Standard Flower Dragon team. Just so we can get a little bit more gold and XP out of it. Because I've been slacking on Explore 12. Good excuse to go do it for 15 minutes. And then we'll go do underspire then. Because everything we need to get done for PvP has already been done at this point. Until tomorrow, when the next season starts. Is there anyone working on replacing Terran's World? I'm not sure. We were using the other website earlier when we were showing the spoilers for the Immortals tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not sure of a better method other than that. And that one's not ideal because it's all just text. Like, you know, it still has all the info you need. But it's not as visual as some of the other things we've had in the past. But I'm not sure if anyone's currently still working on a Terran's World alternative. I know there was at one point. I'm not sure if they still are or what's up with that. If anyone ever gets news on that, definitely let me know. Already Birdie has a Google Doc that works. Yeah, that's the one we've been using. I've been using the Google Doc. But aside from that, I'm not aware of any tool beyond that. Other than maybe like a Discord bot that's pulling from similar info. But that website's pretty much the only tool we have at the moment. Yeah, I'm not sure how often that spreadsheet is updated. From what I've seen, it has been pretty accurate for the most part. Like, I haven't seen anything wrong on it yet. I don't think it's being auto-updated, though, necessarily. Though it might be, I have no clue. But I have yet to see anything inaccurate on it. But the main thing we're looking for from here is I still have not gotten my free attack from Blackhawk. I still need to go get all the tokens for Blackhawk. I've been putting off that grind for a while. Maybe next Vault event weekend, which I think is like 2 weekends from now. Not this weekend, but next week's weekend. Or, you know, 2 weekends from now. But I think that weekend I might go do a bunch of Explore 12. Because I can still, at any time I feel like it, go do like Explore 12 for like 8-10 hours or however much more we need. And we will have a permanent +1 attack bonus. The only thing holding us back is having not done enough Explore 12. Because I'm just missing some medals to go upgrade. I think 8 troops we need to go do. Or sorry, 12. I think it was 12. It was like 8 or 12, somewhere around there. But as soon as we go and medal 8 to 12 more troops from the kingdom, we'll have a permanent +1 attack bonus. Which obviously not a lot, but you know, +1 attack is way better than not +1 attack. For how easy it is to get compared to most stats right now. Because it's going to be a while before we get anything else because how many more deed books we need. But now we don't even need any deed books for. It's already paid for. We just need to go get the medals. Definitely got to do it before the next Blackhawk event. The next week is more Grimwood, so we're safe for at least another week. Yeah, there's a delay when it updates. Yeah, it's probably because they're manually updating or something. They might not have it set up to auto-update. Because I'm not sure if you can make it a Google Doc even auto-update. Not sure how that works. I don't mess with Google Docs that often. How do you get the new Luther card? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I gotta go mention that tomorrow. It came in the update this week. It's not available in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest until tomorrow. But yeah, it comes in tomorrow for the first time. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. I need to mention it in the Monday video. But yeah, the Peasant Luther, or whatever the thing is called. Or Prisoner Luther, I think his name is. But yeah, Prisoner Luther comes out tomorrow in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest. You know, just a standard drop table. It's pure RNG if you get him. There's no way to target him until Broken Spire week. But yeah, he comes into drop table tomorrow. He came into the update on Monday, but unless you made a new account within the last week, then yeah, the only way to get him is to wait till Monday. So there's some brand new players that technically have a troop that no one else in the entire game have right now. Anyone who started the game in like the last 5 days. But yeah, he's available in Glory Gem Guild and VP chest starting tomorrow. He's pretty useless, but yeah, if you want to go get him, he's available starting tomorrow. No! Me hitting that may end up redoing a submerge. Hey, when that happens. Gosh, I think it's so annoying. Any of those that have submerge when they take damage are so annoying to deal with when your main damage source is weak to submerge. Oh, so why am I even doing battles here, by the way? This guy's appearing so often. He's by far the biggest nuisance by a mile. Plus it has 10% stats this week if it wasn't already bad enough. Yeah, let me go do somewhere else. Somewhere that has like literally 0 submerge. Alright, 8 more minutes of explore, and then we'll go do the entirety of Underspire. And honestly, after that, I think we're good to go. Also, here's the code, by the way. I haven't handed one out in a while. Here we go. What does Prisoner Luther do? I actually forget. I did look at the card earlier. He doesn't do anything relevant. I think it's like 2 to 4 explode or something. For like a 12-ish mana. It's really, really early gamey. You have to keep in mind, you get this troop within like the first few minutes you play the game now. So it is like mega early game troop. But yeah, I believe it's 2 to 4 explodes and has nothing that boosts ratios off of magic at all. It's like 2 to 4 explode for like 12 mana. Like if you get it in ultra early game when the game just hands it to you, you know, it'll be fine. It'll hold you over. But it is so bad. Like relative to just starting out, it's not the worst thing in the world. But compared to how good mana accumulation is later in the game, or even in mid-game, it's pretty bad comparatively. But it's meant to be deliberately super weak. As I'm pretty sure you get it within like 3 battles during the new tutorial, based on how they worded it. By like the 2nd or 3rd battle, you get that troop. They should have made it stronger than Luther. To some degree it is, in the sense that it can extra turn. Normal Luther has 0% extra turn chance. Whereas the new Luther, while decently bad, at least has extra turn chance. Oh, are they adding all the new Guild War troops to chess on Monday? I know they were going to do that at some point. But I haven't specifically heard when they were going to do it. I haven't seen it anywhere mentioning that, though, specifically. Like, I know it's something that they were planning on doing soon. I just haven't seen anything specifically mention it recently. Because I'm pretty sure the weekly post mentions nothing on it. Because we were just looking at it earlier. And unless they post it somewhere, I actually have no way of checking. Because I already own them all. So I can't like open keys to go check because they stop dropping and drop table once you have them all. So even if they get added, I have no way of checking myself. Unless I check with someone who hasn't gotten them all yet. There's one nice thing about doing this too is it's quite a bit about a good amount of gold. Plus we're getting double gold right now. So it's even better. Honestly, I really need to start doing double gold on PvP. I mean on Explore 12, I mean. Because look at how much gold we're getting a battle. It's like 5.6k. That's not bad. Oh, an Anu, nice. What would I like to see from a new kingdom? Ooh. They've been really liking to do a gimmick for every new kingdom lately. So I guess it really comes down to what new gimmick would I want the most. There's one mechanic I was thinking of earlier that they didn't end up implementing. What was that? I don't remember. Where like they have it for one version, but they don't have it for spells. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh yeah, Enrage. Enrage, but for spells. Not like Fairy Fire, but something like Enrage where your next spell does more damage. Because Merely has it for both. It has Hunter's Mark for double skull damage to the enemy, and it has Enrage for 1.5 times more skull damage, as well as hitting through traits. I would love to see a stats effect, though I'm pretty sure it'd be really hard for them to code, which is why they haven't done it. That's basically the same thing, but for spells, where you pierce through any spell reduction that the enemy has, which is the main thing that would probably be annoying for them to code. But the effect would basically be 1.5 times extra damage, or 1.25 if they want to make spells a little bit worse. But at least 1.25 times more damage, aka 25% more damage to spell. But it would have piercing through any traits. So if they have like 50% spell reduction, it would just bypass that 50% spell reduction. Because we don't have that mechanic for spells currently. And the main reason we don't is because I'm pretty sure the spaghetti code would destroy itself if it had to figure out how to code it that way. Because spell reduction has had a lot of issues in the past. They have fixed that at this point. But I'm not sure if they could actually make an effect, a positive stats effect that would do that. It probably wouldn't interact properly with how they have everything set up. But if they can, I would love to see that. Like a positive stats effect that's like 25% more spell damage to everything you do for one cast, but it also has full spell penetration. So any reduction they have, it just hits through. Because we have it for skulls, but we don't have it for spells. Because before in the past it didn't really matter that much because there was so little spell reduction. Right now there's so much spell reduction in the game, it's probably about time to start considering adding it. Like even this Flower Dragon, doesn't this have like 25% spell reduction? Yeah, it does. Now we'll go for more chests here, and then we'll go double check how much time we have left. Then we'll probably do underspire to completion for the rest of the time then. Do you think Damien should get half mana start? Honestly, I feel like everything in the game should eventually get half mana start. I feel like they should move Divine back from 40% to 50%. And they should give 50% even to Daemons and Goblins at some point. Though the day Goblins get 50% mana start will be a really funny day. The sad part is Goblin teams are so strong that if the ability on a 50% mana start Dragon is bad, it might actually be beneficial not to run a 50% Goblin mana start, despite how ridiculously broken that would be in theory. In practice, if its ability is bad enough, it would actually not even be used on a 4x Goblin team. They just have to make the ability really, 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 really bad. They've done that with quite a few 50% mana start troops. I think Dragons are the most noteworthy one. Because Essentia basically doesn't have an ability. The whole reason you use Essentia is literally for 50% mana start to Dragon and no other reason. And they gotta make the Goblin like that. Like if they're ever gonna add 50% mana start to Goblins, The ability has to be so bad that it basically has no ability at all. Which is what they did for dragons, and honestly, it bounced up pretty nicely. Yeah, goblin teams are strong, but if you only have 3 goblins instead of 4, even with 50% mana start, that's giving up a lot of value that a goblin team would otherwise have. But you gotta give up 1 utility if you want to run 50% mana start. Hello, Dragor! Yeah, something like that would end up working. Anything that's basically enrage but for spells. Would really like to see at some point. Oh, nice Inisha. Alright, all the boosters are done. Alright, let me go do Underspire then. I'll go hand out a code. And then I think Underspire's the only thing we gotta finish this week. PvP's done, Guild War's done, every weekly's done. Alright, let's go do all the dead end rooms. Technically, even Underspire's done. But the only thing left is to go do all the dead end rooms now. So let's go do it. We'll start all the way from the beginning. Oh wait, we already zone 1'd everything. Never mind. Zone 1 is already 100%ed. Actually, so is zone 2. What happened in the earlier zones? I thought we were getting through them quickly. I guess they were just kind of small. These are both already fully cleared out. It's only zone 3 and 4 we gotta go do. Do you think if goblins would have the ability to curse stun into board controlling extra turns, would balance elementals against them? Elementals is still kind of crazy. I don't understand why they made Elementals so strong. Like, if you look at almost any other hero class and compare it to Elementals, it's just insane what they end up giving to it. Especially when you compare, like, some of the earlier hero classes to some of, like, the most recent, like, 5 or so. It's insane how strong they've been making hero classes. But Elementals is a particular outlier. Like, it's not always the best thing to use. Like, this Guild War, we only used it 1 out of 20 battles for the entire Guild War. But there are definitely a lot of situations where it is very, very, very strong. Even if it's not necessarily always the best option. Biggest issue with it is it needs Mirage Queen on your team to have 50% mana start. That's probably the biggest thing holding it back. There's a lot of game modes where you can't run that. And there's a lot of times where having 50% mana start is better. Even though you have to give up its really good ability. It's also slightly less tanky than some other hero classes like Monk hero class. Like, in theory, it's tankier in the sense it has Entangle. But if their traits and or skulls are good, Elementalist denies them better. Like, Monk's mostly used if you need, like, a combination of overall, like, stats effect immunity. Due to having Cleanse extra turn while also having immune to stun and a billion other immunities. As it could just cleanse off the curse whenever it gets cursed. As long as it doesn't get curse stunned. Alright, so far absolutely nothing from the dead ends. Wow, we're running out of dead ends. How do we have so few dead ends? What is this layout? I'm gonna use up every torch and not even buy the ones for today and still have torches left over. Am I looking at this right? I only have 2 paths left. Hopefully they both double diverge or something. I might have too many torches. It almost never happens. We got such a small layout this time. There we go, double diverge. Okay, we should be fine. As long as both paths double diverge. The only problem is I don't think we found it in the merchant room in either. So even though this is double diverging, one of the paths is just going to lead to a merchant that does nothing for us. Well, one nice thing about Elementalist is the way that it applies freeze is per cast. So if you get no extra turns, Frost Mage can still freeze. Whereas Elementalist needs an extra turn to be able to freeze. Rather ironically, Frost Mage is actually kind of better if you're frozen. Because you're penalized a lot less for how its ability works. Like if extra turn spamming was ever removed in a given game mode with some of the things that they're going to be doing in the near future, there actually are some niche situations where you would use Frost Mage. As it applies it per cast rather than per extra turn. I still use Frost Mage occasionally. Its main benefit is it gets a little bit extra magic when doing blue weapons and everything. Because it has arcane and everything. Like, it's really good when cast-oriented. Because I believe its freeze is based on per cast. It gains 1 magic whenever something on the team casts. Like, there's a lot of things in that kind of angle. Like, it's a really cast-oriented class. Not better than Archmage as far as casting in a lot of situations. But a lot of the premise with it is just to keep cast spamming with it. Also, I have no way to remove Submerge. I think I just have to give up my turn and just let it summon. No way did it just web the thing I needed it not to web. Yeah, we got a problem. I only have 1 damage source and I can't use it currently. There we go. Yeah, Frost Mage I tend to mostly just use for Thursday class events, but there are some niche situations where we bring it out otherwise. Of course, Glacial Peak Team's the other big ones, too. Yeah, it's been getting more synergy within this kingdom as well lately. Hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. All's been well. And as Chris mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. There's the merchant. Boo. Okay, let's go find the other room. And then we'll probably buy 5 torches so we can go scout the other way as well. The only problem is we're only going to get 1 dead end room for spending like 50 gems. Is that worth it? Probably not, but we're still going to do it. We don't even know if it's going to double diverge. I assume it will, though. Oh, speaking of double diverge, we got a double diverge over here. Is this double dead end? I think we're deep enough for this to be double dead end. Nice, nice. Well, it kind of has to be. It's not like it can be treasure room or anything else. It has to be double dead end. There's nothing else it can be. We just don't know if it's going to be double loot room or not. But it's definitely double dead end. That's a little bit of Warhammer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, only one dead end, but it's a tier 5. Almost the highest tier. Come on, you know you want to give us a Guardian. We've gone so long without a Guardian drop. Is today today? Probably not. I have low expectations for it. I just assume we're never going to get another one again. The only problem is I've been assuming that and it keeps happening. Like us never getting it again. So I don't really need to assume. It's just going to happen. And nothing. Yep, nothing. Who could have guessed? We only got one room left. Literally one room left. Like, there's no other option. We've scouted everything. Except this one room. If we need more, we'll go spend 50 gems to go get it. Hopefully there's double dead end here. What are the top 6 worst classes? Oh, gosh. Whatever that one that summons that one Daemon troop. I think it's the one from Blighted Lands. It summons some kind of, like, horse. Its final trait actually makes it weaker rather than stronger. Knight used to be, but it kind of got a buff when it was the only Knight hero class, when Death Knight was no longer a Knight. But the absolute worst hero class I would definitely say is the one that summons that one Hell Horse thing. I forget its name. Is it Diabolist? I don't remember. But whatever the one for Blighted Lands is, it has like a 25% chance to summon some horse. And is actually weaker with the trait than if it didn't have the trait at all. Oracle's not horrible. You only use it on weeks like this. But I used it for almost every single one this week. Like, yeah, you rarely use it, but it's not bad. I guess it is towards the weaker end. But this Guild War, I used it for like 17 or 16 fights. Out of the 20 fights we had. Like, in a pure Centaur team, it gets the job done. It's the same reason why I don't consider Knight Hero class as bad anymore. Because it's the only way that you get the Knight synergy. Whereas when Death Knight existed, it was like the worst class in the game. Because why would you ever run it over Death Knight? But a lot of hero classes get a little bit of buffer room if they're the only one of that type. It's one of the reasons why that one that summons the horse is so bad. Because there's already like 3-4 Daemon hero classes, and it's one of them. So there's really no reason to ever use it. Whereas things like Oracle and Knight hero class, while they are bad, they're the only way that you can run Centaur or Knight when getting team synergies. Top 6 are Elemental, 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 Elemental. No! I was hoping for a double Diverge. All we found was a Merchant Room. Sad. Alright, well, there's nothing left to go scout. I don't even need to spend 50 gems today. There's literally nothing left. We have full scouted everything possible in the first floor 4s. Which is normally what I do just so we don't have to deal with floor 5 and 6. Any week that's a little bit better, I do go all the way. But there has to be both a good damage source and a good mana accumulator. And this week just wasn't as good. It wasn't horrible. But I've been doing floor 4 completion a lot. Still get 2/3 of all the rooms, plus you get still the double silver orb, if nothing else. But anyways, I'm gonna go hand out one more code. But yeah, any other questions, anyone? Anythings? Otherwise, yeah, I think we finished everything, right? Let's do one last check. All dailies, check. Campaign, been done since Monday. Journey, been done since Wednesday. Guild Wars, we literally just finished it. Looked like we might be losing as a guild, but at least we didn't lose a single battle ourselves. As a guild, this might be the first time we lose. Underspire, completed. Nothing I could do with the last torch. Journey, been completed since Wednesday. PvP, oh yeah, final few hours to go finish out PvP. Keep in mind, your burning marks do carry over. However, 2 things to mention with the shop. Only 20% of the value of your icons carry over, so if you want 100% of their value, do them now. And the other thing is don't forget to go cash in your deed books if you want to cash in 3 of them. because you're going to be back at 0 points unless you're saving some of your idols. But you're going to be back at 0 points starting on Monday. So if you're not immediately grinding a ton of PvP, you're going to have to deal with a week or a couple weeks while not being able to do deep books. Obviously, you can just use them all after. But if you want to do some now... Nice! We got a purple! There we go. We've been going dry on purples lately. Well, we give out a code then. Always give out a code for a purple. There, just go have another code. But there we go. We got the drop. Nice. How many more purple do we need? How are we doing on purples these days? I know we're not quite there yet. I just want to see how close we are. Or more so how far we are. Let's see. Yeah, we still need a lot. We're at 6 right now. Oh, no, we don't. Because I forgot. I already did some of the levels. Oh, yeah. I guess I could do this level right now. Get the little kingdom bonus. Because we know for sure we're already going to be putting into this. So yeah, I only need 18 more deep books. Right, that's not too bad. Still need a good handful of them, but yeah, we only need 18 more. Only. That's still a lot. But 18 more and we get the final +2 magic bonus in the game. Unless they add another magic kingdom, that will be absolute max magic. Hey, we even got a power level off of it. Oh gosh, I gotta go elite level a bunch of them. Wait, is this for extra tribute chance? No, it's just tribute reward. That one doesn't matter as much. If this was tribute chance, I would go do that right now. Though I say that, this is why we need to go do Explore 12. I don't even think I have the resources to go do it. Like, what is our, this is what our token situation is looking like. 7, 9, 7, 4, 5, 2. And 11 Nisha. We don't even have, like, 30. Or we don't even have, like, 50. Look at how little this is. Every single one except Nisha is a single-digit number. We are so low in medals. We really gotta go grind Explore 12. I gotta go do that like next Vault event weekend or something. Because I pretty much have 0 medals remaining. And not only do I need to start working Blade of the Lands to 20, and it's currently only at 10. But immediately we get a buff if we go do it for Blackhawk. I'm at 12 and I need 20. So I need 8 more for Blackhawk and 10 more for Blade of the Lands in the near future. With the 8 for Blackhawk being needed immediately. Whereas the one for Blade of the Lands we need probably in the next month or 2. Depends how many purple deep books we get by then. But, yeah, we'll keep chipping at it. But anyways, guys, any other questions? Any other things? Do you currently have EXP bonus? I do have them banked. I'll probably be using some of them tomorrow night. We got like a, what is this? An hour and a half? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I got 7 of them right now. I basically, excuse me. I basically have every daily queued up right now. Because we have 6 of them here and then the one from today, of course, for 7 of them total. But, yeah, I'll probably use some of them tomorrow night. Because, of course, tomorrow night we'll be doing the PvP grind. This is the new PvP season. And we'll be messing with the journey event. We'll be finishing that out in its entirety. So I might just use it and just have it active while we're doing a bunch of stuff. Of course, we'll be doing low-level underspire, which are pretty quick battles. I have a few vault keys we can go use, whatever else. But, yeah, I'll save some of them for tomorrow. Unfortunately, next weekend's not Vault event weekend. 2 weekends from now should be, but next week isn't. But anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing a video hopefully in the morning, as long as I don't crash tonight. We'll be covering that, going over, I guess, slightly briefly 8.5 patch, but also going over the new PvP system. Or, you know, not new PvP system, but the new PvP season, I should say. Not new system, but, you know, new update to it. We'll have our video tomorrow night, or stream tomorrow night as well, same time as we have been, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Though it does end our streak of daily Gems of War, so we'll be going back to not doing it daily after that. But, you know, still be doing it here and there. But, yeah, our daily streak from last week's, or what was it? Because we did it from Thursday all the way to tomorrow. Like every single day again. Let's see. Underspire was easy this week. Honestly, it kind of was. I think I underestimated when with the team initially that it was actually kind of easy. Because you immediately empower into the blue dragon, so you were kind of good. I think the main thing that made me not do it is it was only a gem dragon. If it was like cosmic blue dragon or something similar, I probably would have done it. But because it was the gem dragon, like the weakest version of it, I decided not to. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. I had a good mana accumulator. I had a good damage source. It's just the damage source wasn't as good, but, you know, it still got the job done. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week.